Okay, so here I am on the Google homepage. I logged in with my username and password. I'm signing in right now. Okay, so here you see all of my emails, but for the purposes of creating a form, you actually don't need an email. You're going to go directly to Drive. So we're going to click on this Drive button, and this takes us to our Google Drive. Inside of a Google Drive is kind of like on your computer you have your server with all your documents that are stored in it. So a Google Drive has all the documents stored in it that you've created. The green are the forms that I've created. The purple are the documents. You can also, if I click on this Create button, create presentations and spreadsheets and drawings as well. Okay, so there's lots that you can do in your Google Drive. But for today's purposes, we're making a form. So I'm going to click on Form. Okay, so I can click any of the forms that I like. There's a whole bunch of them here. All right, so I'm just going to click on this Argyle one here and give it a title, and my title is Israel Test. Okay, so I'm going to push OK, and this is where you start to create your questions. So automatically the title of my questions is up here, the Israel Test. If I want to describe, I would just put information in here. Okay, so this is a test on Israel. Okay, so my first question is right here. So where is Israel located would be my first question. Underneath is the help text, so kind of like any supporting information like that you want to give to the students, like write incomplete, write incomplete sentences. Here's where you can choose. If you choose multiple choice, obviously you're going to have to give answers. Okay? If you choose text, it's going to give you small answers right here. If you choose paragraph text, you give them an option to put longer answers. Okay, so for these purposes, I'm just going to click text. And you can also choose if it's a required question or not. If it's required, they can't submit their answers until it's answered. If it's not required, the system will allow them to submit it without it answered. So I'm going to write required. I'm going to push done. Okay, after I'm done and I realize, oh, I spelled something wrong, or I want to go change it, just put your mouse over the question and you'll see this pop up. Okay, the pencil, the edit. You can make the same question twice, or you can just delete it completely. Okay. So here's my first question. If I want another question, I click Add Item, and you can choose if you want it to be text, paragraph text, multiple choice. Okay. So for this one, it's going to be a longer question, like more like an essay style question. So paragraph text. The next question is, who lives in Israel? Okay. Again, help text if you need to put it, like answer in at least 5 sentences. Okay. Paragraph text is what I want, long answers, so I'm going to require done. So here are my 2 questions so far. Okay. You can keep going on and on as much as you want. You can add as many questions as you need. So when you're done, you can decide, do you want to show the link to submit another response? So that means you're giving the students the link so that if they want to answer twice, they can. Publish and show a link to the results of this form. This will allow, if you click this, it will allow all your students to see the answers as well after they publish it. If you don't click on it, you're the only one that can see the answers. If you click on this, it's exactly what it says. They'll be able to edit their answers again even after submitting. Okay, so you choose what you want. Like, I don't want them to edit after they submit, but I would, and I don't want them to submit another response, but I would like for them to see the results after they've published. So I'm going to click Send Form. Okay, so when you send form, you can either just specify the names of the people, the email addresses of those to get it, or you can just get this link here, okay, and you can actually embed that link onto Edmodo. So you copy and paste it onto Edmodo, and they can answer it right from there. Okay, so that was the link. Let me show you now some other views of this. So if you want to view the responses after you, sorry, let's start here. View live form. This is what it will look like to the students. Okay, we picked our Argyle. We have our required questions. So this is what it will look like when the students open up the link. So let's pretend I'm a student. I'm answering it. Where is Israel located? Far away. Who lives in Israel? Lots of people. Okay, so I'm going to submit it. Okay, your responses have been recorded. Now I remember I allowed the students to see the responses. So if I click on this, they'll be able to see the other responses as well. Okay, let's go back to this. Now I can also view the responses right here by pushing that button, and it will be put into a spreadsheet form with the time that it was answered as well. Okay, I don't know why that first one's not on there. Okay, I can also see that by going here, summary of responses. Okay, going back to our original page, let's see what else we could see. View responses. In here, I don't know, I can't see the original one. Okay, responses. Okay, if you need to unlink the form, you can do that as well. Okay, delete all the responses. So all that is right here. Okay, here's the view. Again, view the live form. You can also edit if you need to, make a copy, download it. So there's lots of options of making a poll, making a form. Okay, so let's say you're done with all of this. Okay, and let's close all this out. Now, going back to my original drive. Remember how we got there? Here's the email. We clicked on drive. Okay, and inside my drive, I have all of the documents and spreadsheets and presentations I've created. So we called this one Israel test, right? So if I click on this document, it will show me my Israel test that I created, and I can go back and add and delete questions if I need to. If I click on this, it will show me the answers to my questions that the kids have created, that the kids have answered. Oh, it's not showing you my answer though. Okay, so yeah, so that's about it. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, and that should give you a good start to using Google Forms.